Uh, there we go.
Yeah.
Marshall. Yay, how's it going? Welcome back to Mahoot Crew, guys. Tonight is Pipebomb Podcast Wrestling Chat. And I'm gonna share it out because that's what I do. How you doing tonight, Steve?
I'm good. Um, Bit of a rush, so I won't be yapping like I normally do, but I'm good. We have the only thing I feel like yapping about is Roman Reigns' teeth, which is that's a little hint for later, but
Yeah, yeah, we will get into that because it had me rolling on the floor. No offense, Roman, we love you, but yeah, it was one of those things that just caught me off
blinded
guard.
by the teeth.
Yeah, no doubt, right? Um, so I'm going to, as per everything, share this out on every group on Facebook that I have, and hopefully we get some people out tonight. So tonight, the few things that we're going to be talking about is we're going to be talking about, obviously, as Steve brought up, one, Roman's teeth.
Not in
And
a bad way. It's nothing bad, but it's just
no,
hilarious.
it's really funny. Yeah, we're not bad mouthing him. But anyways, it was just a funny moment that
He's got
anyway.
the. It's like that one song from I think it was Fairly Odd Parents. My shiny teeth and me, shiny teeth, my shiny teeth and me. That song. That's literally him.
Yeah,
So we'll get to
that's
that.
exactly what I thought of. Yeah. So, um, what are you looking for?
What can I do you
You
for?
took it. Just Austin is looking for something.
You look harder.
Look harder. Yeah, that's exactly it. Um, but yeah, it's just I don't know. Anyways, we're also going to talk about the triple threat matches that seem to be looming, which we talked about we don't like. We're going to be talking about John Cena and Cody Rhodes interaction this week, and we're talking about Jimmy and Jay tag teaming um, on SmackDown, I think it was. And for next week, we're going to be talking about some wrestling stuff. We're also going to be talking about our favorite WrestleMania moments because we have looming WrestleMania coming up. It's just hanging over our heads. It's going to be a um, two night pay per view, Saturday and Sunday, and we will probably next week have more confirmed matches that we know of because we have pretty much we know the major ones was Cody and John Cena and all this stuff. So, anyways, we're
Yeah.
gonna start. Jake is gonna be late as far as you know, or not here at all. It all depends. It just because he's at the hospital with his grandmother who's on the way back. So,
Mhm.
first, why don't we talk about a few things?
Yeah. Let's
We'll
talk
talk
about
about.
that sweet shirt of yours.
Oh yes, I just got it today. Twisted
Make,
Bliss,
I made sure
baby.
I made sure to wear something good as well.
Yep, the CM Punk. Yep, I love that one. I have a white one of that
I do
from
too. That's the AEW white one.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I gotta get a WWE one because
Yeah. This
I
is
just
the War Games one
yeah
from the re-debut.
yeah he did mention that when he was talking about things in the ring the other day. So
Mm-hmm.
but anyways, so the first thing we're gonna get to, I don't know if you can get a picture of it, at least a
Ooh.
good shot of it,
Yeah.
of Roman's teeth.
Oh, we're starting with the teeth.
Oh, we're gonna start with it. Yep. We're gonna start with the
Okay.
teeth.
So what I'll do is I'll go back to the video we watched earlier. So give me a few minutes,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna go to the point where it goes like when he opens his
Okay.
mouth,
Yeah.
he's saying the one word for some reason.
I'll
I'll
kind of mention
screenshot
what
it.
happened
I'll
and then
screenshot it and put it to a
put it
different so
below.
that because if I even if I pause it on the video, we could still get in trouble. So I'll
Yeah.
screenshot it that part and then put it in a new window so that we won't get copyrighted. So give me a few
Yes,
minutes
and
while
that's
you
what I
talk
was
about it.
thinking. Yeah. So it was SmackDown,
Mm-hmm.
and CM Punk was down at the ring. Seth Rollins, like Seth or Punk came out. He was giving his spiel. He was talking about how things with him are good. You know, he can't wait for WrestleMania. He's gonna beat so and so's butt, just whatever it is. Calling out Seth Rollins like he always does, and out comes Seth Rollins. Now I don't know about this guy's wardrobe as of late, but Seth has had
Unpredictable.
some over the top outfits, and CM Punk didn't refrain from calling him Grimace this week.
Yeah,
so
that's funny.
so I was laughing pretty hard with that. I thought it was pretty cool. Um but um what I forgot to do is get the chat up. Um but yeah, it was pretty funny to hear him call him that. And, CM Punk never refrains from making comments about
He tells you how it
Seth's
is.
outfit. Hey Noelle, how are you, honey? Sorry about that. I just got the
Hello.
chat up.
Hello.
Um, yeah. So yeah, it was one of those things I had to laugh at. Um, and then Roman comes out. And to me, it's like, is this going to be a triple threat match again? Like, what's going to happen? I don't know, but we hate triple threat matches.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
It
don't like
has to
them
be
at
a
all.
really good match for you not to be annoyed by it.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm not saying that this is going to be a bad match, but I mean, I just don't like triple threat matches. I don't. But anyways, so Roman standing in the ring later on that night, his smile kind of was so bright. Now, Steve had a few comments about this when I was showed it to him earlier, and he thought basically that maybe I was kind of over exaggerating how bad it was, because when he came back with the Fiend, when the Fiend was in, he came back and his teeth were so pearly white, you knew that he had them bleached. It was like he had veneers, everything, right? So this time I was not expecting how bright these teeth were. It looks like he has fake teeth. It really does. It's so bad. I'm sorry, I'm laughing even talking about it. But he starts talking, and you could see that as he's talking, he purposely puts up his front lip so you can see his teeth.
Yeah,
And
he literally his lips were moving in a way that was not matching the words coming out, so you could tell he was purposely doing it to show
yeah,
it off.
yeah, it was so bad. I was laughing so hard. And as Steve's watching this clip, he's like, "Oh my gosh!" He goes, "You weren't exaggerating. That was
It looks like
really
there's a
bad."
flashlight in his mouth. I was saying,
Oh,
like, if it was night and it was dark and he smiled, he'd light the path
yep.
down any dark tunnel. You just have him open his mouth.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, and that's what we thought. We were like, "Holy cow!" And the sayings you were coming out with about how bright his teeth were, you could see
It
them
was
from
bright. His
space.
teeth are brighter than my future. That's the one.
Yeah, that, or he could stand in a corner, dark room, and smile, and you'd see him.
That's it. You would know exactly where. Yeah, you would. It would light the room up. Hey
So,
Roman, I need you to smile. Who turned the lights off?
yeah,
Roman, and then you gotta tickle him, and then he starts smiling, and then the lights are back on.
yep, yep. So it was really, really funny. And no, we're not trying to
We're not degrading
insult
him or
Roman.
bashing him. It's just
No,
hilarious.
it's just really, really funny to see that. And I was like, "Oh my gosh!" Like, oh, so as soon as Steve gets that picture up, it's absolutely hilarious. But yeah, they did get into a fight and everything, the three of them, and it was just constantly attacking each other and stuff like that. So, um, I think that it's going to be a triple threat match for WrestleMania for the three of them, which I don't know why, but I think it's mainly because of the fact that Seth and Roman have history, and CM Punk and Seth have history, and I'm guessing Roman and Punk have history, whatever. They just want to beat the living crap out of each other. But because Cody is fighting John Cena, it kind of leaves them without a match or a championship match. And at least Punk will be at WrestleMania. You know, that'll give him a WrestleMania match, even if it's not the one he wants yet. Um, but yeah, so You let me know when you're ready with that.
I am.
Yeah. Um, and just real quick, Stephanie McMahon has a talk show now.
Yeah.
And she was interviewing people about punk and interviewing punk this week. So that's kind of why I wanted to mention that right now.
Mm-hmm.
So, talking about his matches and about his history and this and that and the other thing. Um, it was really good to see in some behind the scenes stuff of before and after matches and whatever, and people's opinion and stuff like that. I think it'd be really cool to watch. If we can get a way to watch that, that would be really neat. I'm sure it might be on Peacock or something like that. So, um, here we go. There you go.
I mean, come on.
I love you, Roman, but come on.
That's the whitest white I've ever seen. And I'm white. I am literally pale white. And that's whiter than me. Like, that's crazy. That's like whiter than Seamus.
Yeah, it was so white. And if you're really watching the show, it looks like he just had them like freshly veneered,
Like
bleached.
backstage, he just came
Yeah.
in.
Yeah. And they just pulled off the strips and out he went. You know what I mean? Like it just oh wow. Uh and you could see that it was the way he was talking, and even like in this picture here, you could see by the way he was talking that he was showing him off because of what
Oh, yeah.
happened last time, right? So, oh my gosh, I'm sorry. Can't even look at it anymore. It was so bad. But watching him like get mad and shout and hoot and holler and everything else and have that, right? I was
So he's
just like,
talking
oh god.
about being out there. He's like, so I'm going to take my time. And he like lifted his lip up, time. Like, just so he could show that was the face he made. Now, is that a
Yeah,
face that you make when you say time? No. But
no,
that's what he
big
did.
time.
Time. It's like, all right.
He did that a couple times though, so we were
A
just
couple
laughing.
times.
Almost an Arnold Schwarzenegger time.
Time.
A time. But
Weirdly, a
no
Hall of
offense.
Famer.
Oh, dude, yeah. I can't wait till he gets in the Hall of Fame and then see how white his teeth are then.
Oh my goodness, dude. He's going to be like, yeah, it's going to be white hair, white teeth.
It just looks like dentures to me. That's because my dad used to be in the dental business, right? So knowing that, freshly made dentures, they purposely make them just slightly yellow so that they look like natural teeth. And it was like, I'm looking at his teeth going, yeah, he's had some work done. They look
He
too
got
perfect.
he got dentures that he left out. He put some Colgate on it and let it freeze on top, and then he put it in his mouth, and so then it's just completely white, thick and white. Oh, that's probably not a good thing to say. But
Nope.
anyway,
Yeah.
he's got some of his
Um,
shiny teeth in me.
that's it. It reminds
I'm
me
gonna
of the
take
old.
my time.
Anyway, oh well, yeah, thank you for putting that picture up. But yeah, if you got a picture of that, or if you watched SmackDown and you saw that, that was
That's
so
insane.
funny. It was really, really good. Um, Another triple threat match that is looming as we speak is well, Adam Pierce has kind of made it so it's not one, but Rhea, Bianca, and Io Sky. Now, the way he's done it, hey Izzy, how you doing, honey? um, Rhea is supposed to fight Bianca in a match, and whoever wins out of that match, or no, sorry, the way that how did they put it? Io and Rhea are fighting, and whoever
Correct.
wins that will go up against Bianca at
Right, at Mania.
WrestleMania.
Yeah.
But the funny thing for me is Io Sky is the champion. Shouldn't it be Bianca and Rhea fighting to?
Well, no, because it's the rematch for Rhea that she's
Hmm,
obligated to.
yeah,
Because she is
true.
the one who lost the title. So you're
Oh,
obligated to have a rematch. And so she's like, wait, where's my damn rematch? So now she's getting
yeah.
it.
Yeah, so that's true. Yeah, sorry. It's just the way that he put it. Like, it kind of to me, whoever faces, but I understand what you're saying. She's getting her rematch. I guess it's
Obligated.
next week.
Yep.
And then whoever wins out of that will be the champion and
Mm.
will fight Bianca. So, yeah, that makes sense now. Wow, sorry. The Roman Reigns teeth thing just threw my whole
Oh
brain
no,
out of
100%,
whack.
100%.
But what do you think about, think?
I just hope that they don't just take the title away.
I hope not.
Like
Y-
like for EO just got it,
Yeah.
and so if they were to take it away from her, I honestly believe it's not going to be a clean match. It just looks
Oh,
like it's not going to be a
definitely.
clean. This is one of those situations where it looks like it's going to be some kind of outside interference somehow,
Mm,
and
mm-hmm.
it's going to end up a triple threat anyway at Mania,
Yeah.
which again would probably end up with Rhea with the title or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
And that's
it's
the thing. It's yeah. Who fights Rhea? Um, the way. Oops, sorry. The way it's supposed to work is Io and Rhea. The way um Steve explained it is that Rhea is having her rematch clause by fighting Io next week. And then in turn, whoever wins out of that match will face Bianca because they will be the champion. And so basically, Bianca's facing them. And I don't know. I like Bianca, but I don't know. She's getting a little bit too big for her britches. And I think that it's the character, mind you, but
now one
uh,
one one thing that could make it intense, and not to harp on this, is it could be a situation where Cargo comes out and it becomes a brawl because like Bianca will be
mm-hmm,
sitting there watching the match, and Cargo
mm,
comes out and then ends up attacking Bianca because she knows or something,
mm-hmm,
and it
yeah,
just ends up the match just gets called off because it just becomes a big melee,
yeah,
and then it
yeah,
could become a fatal four way, which that would be insane for Cargo. I'd be rooting for her at that
yeah.
point, but
Yeah, that would be really cool because fatal four ways are actually a lot better
they're
than
better.
triple
I don't like
threats.
triple threats because triple threats always are like, two guys are fighting, the third guy comes in after the finisher and then throws the one out the
Yeah,
ring, gets the pin. It's like, all right.
yeah, 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 and that's the problem with it, though. It's like, yeah. Anyway, so
Yep.
hopefully, if anything, hopefully it'll be a fatal four way. If not, it'll just be Bianca versus whoever wins out of Io and Rhea next
Yeah, yeah.
week.
Yep.
Yeah. Um, Another thing too, John Cena and Cody Rhodes. Now, John Cena in the past few weeks has been fully going into character
Oh, he's going
as a
all out.
heel. And the funny part is he's not wrong. And a lot of things, you watch the crowd and all you have to do is say a certain thing and they're booing, they're cheering, they're whatever. You can basically control the crowd with how you are and how you do your spiel in the ring, right?
Yeah.
And he's not wrong, right?
Hmm.
And this is the way the fans are. Fans are fickle, right? If you are like a heel for so long, some fans don't care, like us. Like, we don't care, we still like the wrestler themselves, we just don't like the character, right? But when you have somebody like, say, the Miz, right, and he's
Hmm.
been a, how could you say it, a chauvinist the whole time. He's just not a chauvinist, how would I say it, he's just been a heel, but he's always been a bit of an ass, shall I say, from the
Hmm.
beginning. So, that's his character. He's always that. He's got a big head, he's, whatever, right? Whereas you see somebody like John Cena, and like he said, I was a heel when I came in, and then I turned good, and you were all for it, but you hated it too. Then I turned heel again, and now you hate me again.
Yeah.
you know um but I like how he's playing into that. But then Cody comes out, woe is me, poor John, and I don't know, I'm sure you've heard the speech that John Cena gave, but like, what are your thoughts on him fully playing into this heel role?
He's doing it. He's doing it. He's finally doing it.
Mm,
And a lot of things he's saying is completely true. That's the hard thing to swallow about it.
yeah.
Like they boo him if he's good, they boo him if he's bad. He's everything he's saying is completely true. It almost feels like it's coming out of a real place, inside, almost like it's
Mm,
real emotion coming out, and so that's why it makes it really good because it's believable.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And that's what I was thinking too, because I was like, no, he's really playing into this because the fans are like that. It just, depends on the day. And the
Well,
thing is, like, if you're champion too long, they don't like you.
hmm yeah.
What were you gonna say?
I said we went through this with Brian Danielson / Daniel Bryan with the fickle fans thing when he did his heel turn. This is like almost the same thing. Obviously, nowhere near as big of a scale, but
Mm,
it's similar into the fact where they're just
yeah.
they love you until they don't.
No, exactly. Yeah. But I mean, this is perfect for John to go out on.
Absolutely.
Now, he says that when I win that title, it's coming home with me. Do you think he's going to leave? And I think, maybe a new belt will be created.
This, I think, is their way of making the other title either. Well, I guess they could retire it with them. Yeah, I think they would. They'd either make the other belt, use that as like a main title for both, or they would make a new one. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I mean, he mentioned in what he was talking about, he mentioned um what was I gonna say? He mentioned the spinning title that he first brought in and everybody hated it. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, there was some people that liked it because that's back when spinning rims were in and stuff like that. And I
I like
guess
the spinner belt. I didn't like the spinner US title.
no, I didn't like that
The
one
US
though.
title wasn't good, but the other one was phenomenal.
Yeah, yeah.
The only other belt to me that was the custom one that was better was the rated R belt. The Edge one.
Mm-hmm.
That one was sick. But other than
Yeah,
that,
yeah, yeah. And that's like they've had good titles, bad titles, but yeah, the original WWE title, the spinner, the one that he brought, it was
gosh,
good.
the worst one was the Daniel Bryan one, the brown one.
Oh, I didn't
The
like
the, the
that one.
poopy brown title.
Yeah, with the
Oh man.
little gemstones, like the
Ugh,
I don't even know whether they're Herkimer stones or something, like I don't
it's
know,
just
but
ugly.
I just
The
didn't like
mahogany
it.
colored belt was like ugh.
Mm. And the teeny tiny women's belts that they used to have. They were
True.
like
Yeah.
paper thin and everything else, but um so yeah, I just think this is really, really good, and I think John and Cody are just playing this to the fullest. I love it. Absolutely love it. Um Another thing we got to talk about too is Jimmy and Jay. They're doing great in their solo careers too. Um, so I mean, to see them on SmackDown, or was it? Yeah, was it last night? Sorry, was it Monday night? Anyways, they were together. They were tag teaming. I think it was Monday night. But they were tag teaming together, and to see you see Jay halfway down the aisle, and then you see Jimmy come running out, and the crowd erupted to see the two of them together again like that. So it was really, really good to see them. We've been talking before about the fact that we would like them to come back as a tag team eventually, and maybe come back as what did you call them? The original Samoans when they come out, like the whole dance that they had and everything else.
Yeah. I know. Yeah.
Yep.
The tribal.
Yeah.
Yeah. The
Yeah. I
tribal
missed
was.
that. But I
Yeah.
missed what was it? Your favorite was the USO Penitentiary?
The Uso Penitentiary. Yeah. They're one of my favorite tag teams of all time as Uso Penitentiary,
Yeah.
and they keep like it's so close yet so far because um Jay's solo career is so good.
Yeah.
Um, but like Jimmy can also have a really good solo career too. It's like it's becoming a Matt and Jeff thing before they went to TNA,
Mm,
where they both were just doing their own thing. Like Matt was the ECW champ, and Jeff was the world champ. It's kind of feeling like it's becoming that situation.
yeah.
But
And I mean, the thing is, like, I really want to see them do individually. I'd like to see them give Jimmy a huge push now. And he's got a match against Gunther next week. So you know what I mean? Like we gotta wait for SmackDown this weekend to see on Friday night what happens. We got Saturday night main event coming up. They had mentioned last on Monday night as well. That I'm not sure if it's this week or next week.
Hmm.
Um, but or obviously can't be next weekend. But yeah.
Right.
Um, Yeah, I don't like Sokoa either that much. Like, I like Sokoa because he's Jimmy and Jay's little brother and he's really, really cool. He was good when he came out, but I don't like the character going against Roman Reigns. But I mean, this is the thing. We have to kind of have rivalries and everything else in it, right? Um, we need the fighting and the heels and the baby faces and stuff like that. Like Jade Cargill, like Steve had mentioned before, Jade Cargill was a perfect heel when she was in AEW. She was perfect for it. That was her thing. She was all about the money and I'm better than everyone and whatever else. And now she's come into this and she's second string. She's not the top. So she's trying to work her way up through all of the WWE superstars, starting with the top at Bianca and all that. You know,
Yeah.
I could see her just blowing the competition out of the water. She is one powerhouse of a woman, right? But
Right.
Sokoa, he needs time to come into his own and do his own solo thing for a while without the family.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know what your thoughts on that are.
No, that's true. That's facts. He is Austin and I like to just call him a GTA character because he's like such an NPC.
Mm,
Like it's actually hilarious. It went from he's like the big dog, now he's like begging to stay. It's I
yeah,
don't know what they're gonna do with him. Either he's gonna get kicked out and try to go back to Romans. I don't know. I
yeah.
literally can't even tell you what's going on in the bloodline anymore. It's become like the Judgment Day. I just have no idea what's going on anymore.
I know, right? Well, because at one minute, you've got what's his name? Jacob Fatu saying, "Oh, I love you, Solo. I love you, Solo." And now Solo is talking to Jacob,
I
and you
love you,
could see the
Jacob.
face. He's like, "I don't like him anymore." He walk away, right? And
And
then
now
Tonga
Solo's like, I love you, Jacob.
and Tonga is standing there looking at him, going, "Yeah, whatever." And walks away. Like
Yeah. It's very it's I don't even know what's going on anymore.
I'm just glad he's not coming out anymore, going. "Da, da,
Yeah.
da, da,
Yeah.
da." Yeah, I don't know. Solo's pretty good, but I don't know. He needs time to come into his own as well. Um, so yeah, this week on Friday, I'm not sure what the matches are going to be. I guess we'll have to wait and see. But we've also got Rhea Ripley is going to be fighting Io Sky coming up next week. Um, Also last night watching NXT, Stephanie Vaquera is carrying two belts right now,
Yeah.
and she had to fight two matches last night.
Hmm.
They said, "Well, you're two belts, two-time champion. You got to defend them both, right? You said you defend them anywhere, anytime." Um, she won both, mind you. She's still champion in both. But Booker T, of course, with her move, did his usual, and I had to mute it because I was not listening.
Anytime Vaquer has a match, anytime she sets it up, you gotta mute quick. Like you
Yeah,
have to watch the match with the controller in your hand or
yeah,
the remote in your hand. Like there's
yeah,
just no it's unfortunate, but it
yeah.
just feels weird.
Yeah, it just doesn't sound right, and I think they need to address that. Which is the two belts that she's carrying? I know one is the NXT Women's Championship. Which is the other one?
North American.
Yeah, that's it. North American Championship, because she beat for both of them.
Julia.
So yeah, she
Yep.
beat Julia.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, it's like Becky two belts when Becky Lynch had the two belts and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
Yep. Big match Bex.
um yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah. So but I know that they're having a pay-per-view coming up that will be after WrestleMania, as far as I know.
Mm-hmm.
Unless it is on the Saturday. I have to double check this week before we do our podcast next week to let
Yeah.
you know when exactly it is, because we got so much coming up.
Right.
So anyways, we're not going to be on too long tonight. We still have another like half hour almost. Um, the other things I want to talk about too, like now that we have time, is we were talking about this today with the Street Profits. They are now tag team champions. But we can't figure out whether they're heel or face.
Mm.
And you had something good to say about that when we were talking about it, Stephen. I can't remember what it was. Do you remember what you were saying?
They had just had a heel turn like not even a month ago. Um, and then all of a sudden, they win the belts, and now it's like their face. It's like the heel just wasn't working
Hmm.
for like probably Dawkins, honestly, because he was the one to start it. And then
Yeah.
now it's just like they're like, let's just give him the belts and make him face, and people try to forget
Yeah.
about it. Listen,
Yeah.
I didn't forget about it. All right, like
Yeah.
I didn't forget about it.
Yeah.
It's just awkward. All of a sudden now everyone's like they're good again.
Yeah. It's like I don't know. It goes back to what John Cena said about how fickle the fans are. If you look at it, the Street Profits to me are still heel.
Yeah,
So I think to me that they're still going to cheat to keep those belts,
yeah,
or they're going to just attack anybody who tries to come at them or whatever. That's what I think, but you can still see how they are somehow face because the crowd's cheering that they're champions again when they just beat the living crap out of a whole bunch of people to get them back.
yeah.
So it's I'm confused.
Right.
um Also another thing that we got to talk about too is Tiffy and Charlotte had an interview talking about WrestleMania and how who's going to be champion and everything else. And Charlotte, her typical self, would not let Tiffany have a word in edgewise. Every
Mm-hmm.
time Tiffany had to talk, Charlotte cut her off and told her to, she was wrong and this and that. Basically, Tiffany said to Charlotte that she sees the slightest thing that's on fire that's doing well and everything else, and then she dumps water on it and puts out that fire and takes everything from them, which shows Charlotte's accolades, right? Like, she's as good as she says she is. And what was it? Tiffany made the comment about her hating her, the crowd hating her, and whatever else. And Charlotte's answer was either they woo or they boo,
Yeah.
right? Your thoughts?
Um. Yeah. No. I really don't. I've never had anything against Charlotte Flair.
Mm,
But the one thing I will say that really annoys me and makes me not like her
mm,
is the fact that anytime she's back, she's immediately thrust into the title picture.
yeah,
When she shows up at the Rumble, okay, I know she's winning it. If she shows up for some reason at a chamber match,
yeah,
okay, I know she's winning it. If she's ever in Money in the Bank, okay, Charlotte's winning. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Anytime she comes back, wins the title, and then loses it, and then is gone for a while because of injury. Like that's literally just Charlotte's thing. And if she doesn't get injured, then she's champion forever. It's just like
Yeah.
she's literally become like the female Brock Lesnar,
Mm,
where she's like,
yeah.
no matter how many signatures or finishers you hit on her, she just kicks out.
Yeah.
That's what it's become. The Brock Lesnar of old, that is rather, but
Yeah.
the one that we couldn't stand. Anytime he was back, we knew he was gonna be champion for like 13 months, and then Roman ended up being champ for like 4 years. But that's besides the point.
Yeah. I hate when
But
they do that kind of stuff. Excuse me, sorry. I hate when they do that kind of stuff, but I hope this time that they don't let her win because Tiffany also just became champion a little while ago.
she's been grinding hard. Now, not to say
Oh,
Charlotte hasn't been,
big.
but
No.
Tiffany has been grinding. So if she just all this hype for her just to lose it after this whole storyline and how she was
Mm,
the Money in the Bank holder, and then eventually she finally just cashed in and got it. After all this, just to lose it to Charlotte at Mania would be the most um
yeah.
the low point of Mania. One of the low
Yeah.
points, I'm sure, because
Yeah.
there's that I already can sense a few low points coming this year just
Mhm.
based on the matchups. But
Yeah. But I would love to see Charlotte lose. And this is the thing, like you said, it's always Charlotte coming in. Every time she comes back after hiatus or whatever, she comes in, she has the match, she wins the championship, then she loses it and disappears.
Yeah.
Like you said, like a Brock Lesnar, right? So
Right.
it's that thing of like we want her to lose this time. No offense. Charlotte's great. 60, like how many times is she? 16 times or something close to?
Well, she's getting closer to her dad's record. I think she's at like
Yeah.
13 already.
Yeah, something like that. 12 or 13. I'm thinking John Cena 16.
Yeah.
Anyway,
And Flair is also 16, Rick. But
yeah. Yeah, sorry, Izzy, I got a bit of a tickle in my throat there. I just drank some water. I think I'm okay.
but I was mentioning to you earlier that it's a lot like Natalia. Natalia comes back
Mm,
and gets a lot of opportunities, but here's the difference: Natalia never wins them.
that's right.
Natty's case is people are like, oh, she steals the spotlights, but no, Natty comes back, puts her opponent over literally almost every time, and
Right.
then they go on and have it like that's so Natty's the complete opposite. She comes and loses all the matches,
Yeah.
um, which would make me be like, okay, if she wanted one more title run before she retired, I'm all for it,
Yeah.
just because the people she's put over.
Yeah.
And even John Cena's been doing that the last couple of years. He's been putting everyone over. That's why he's been losing a bunch.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean. So
Yeah.
Charlotte doesn't put people over. She will not. When she put Sasha Banks over that one time, it was like one of the most gruesome matches ever. Just to get the win, she had to put her in the damn in her submission
Yeah.
against the rail on a false count anywhere match, like on in the
Yeah.
crowd. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's never just a clean win with Charlotte.
Yeah.
You have
Yeah,
to have some
exactly.
gimmick match to beat her.
And
And
that's
it's
it.
the same thing with Brock Lesnar.
Yep. Um, Hi Christina, how are you, sweetheart? Good to see you. Thanks for coming. Appreciate it. Yeah, I agree with you. And it's like it's always a big production and it's always she's cheating or this is happening or that's happening. Like I would like to see something happen where like Becky Lynch comes back and causes Charlotte to lose. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I mean? Like something like that to make sure that Tiffany keeps the title and everything else. But it's always a big production and I do kind of get where Izzy's coming from, where she kind of rides her dad's coattails.
Yeah.
But Charlotte didn't even want to use that name when she first came in. But they convinced her to use it and everything else, and now she's just riding the wave, right? Although she puts how do I say it? She puts her own spin on things. She does it her own way. And I don't know if she's going to be wrestling for as long as Rick did. I mean, he was kind of old when he started, but
Dude, I've never
yeah.
seen him young.
No,
I've
we were
seen his
actually
high
looking
school.
at some
Yeah,
old
I've seen
stuff.
his high school photos, and he still looked old.
Yeah. Yeah, he did. Yep. He's just that guy that you thought was 30 the whole time and he was only 18, Like
Dude, he just was always old.
yeah. Yeah, that's it. That's what I'm saying. Like I think it would be really cool because Becky's been gone for a long time, but she's really devoted to raising their daughter, right? Her and Seth's daughter right now.
Yeah.
So for that, I'm not sure if she's gonna come back, but she might. But that would be perfect if she came in and because her and Charlotte have had a long time rivalry, the two of them, over that
And
championship.
every
So
time Charlotte loses, she cries. It is the most annoying thing.
yeah. So yeah, that's another thing to kind of but it would be good to see Becky come back, put her in her place and make her lose because if she's always cheating somehow to win, it'd be nice if somebody came in and caused her to lose. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, Becky Lynch is married to Seth Rollins. Yeah.
Yeah.
Help that poor child. Yeah, the two of them. Becky is hyper as all heck. And of course, Seth, right? So but she's a beautiful little girl and they are wonderful parents to her. They do nothing but dote on her all the time. So it's really nice to see. I didn't even know they were dating until Becky got announced that she was pregnant and had to rescind the belt and give it to Oscar back when there was back in what 2019, 2020.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so yeah. But anyways, but yeah, I mean that's coming. What else do we got? Do we think we got Gunther going up against Jey Uso, which everything
That's kind of
Oh,
already settled at this point.
yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I know. I know you didn't say that. Brain dead, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, he is sometimes. He can be, but he's a good dad. Um but yeah, we've got Gunther and Jey Uso. Now is Jimmy, I don't think Jimmy has a match at WrestleMania.
Nope, I think he's just gonna. I think he'll come out and help Jay against Gunther
Yeah.
at some point.
Yeah. And I mean the one thing I kind of wanted to touch on before it gets too late. Um Looking A-Town Down Under. Now, they've been hinting at things with them breaking up and everything else. And yes, Noel, I'm going to address that after this. I'll address that. Um, but we have been noticing how Grayson Waller's kind of been overshadowing Austin Theory and everything else. And it's like, are they going to break up? Are they not? Are they teasing this? Are they not? So it's like one week they're getting along and fighting everybody, and then the next minute they're hating on each other. So I don't know what they're doing with that. It's just kind of almost like a stagnant storyline with that right now.
Yeah,
Yeah. I don't know what you think about it, because we did mention it this afternoon when we were like, what is going on with them too?
yeah. I think if it don't happen now, it's never gonna happen. That's pretty much where I'm at here.
Yeah.
If they don't break
It's
up now, they ain't never gonna break up.
yeah, they're just gonna drag it out. Um, yes. Okay, so I will address this. I did see it. She's been on quite a few podcasts lately. She was on with Booker T, and another person. I actually sent that to Steve. I'm pretty sure you saw it by now. I'm not sure. But her contract has expired with AEW, and she's left the company. So they were asking her about her coming back. Now, I didn't listen to the whole thing myself. I just kind of sent it to you because I had to do a few things. But they did ask her how she would feel about coming back, and she did say that there's quite a few things that she still has yet to do. She doesn't have anything against WWE whatsoever. She didn't leave WWE on bad terms. Her contract was just up. She was going through a whole bunch of stuff at that point with her relationship with Alberto Del Rio, which has now been settled between her and him, which he is still causing problems. He's still having his own issues right now. So yeah, exactly. But um, as far as I know, she's not coming back yet, but never say never, right?
Right.
But I would love her to come back because she was like the goth queen. She was fantastic.
Yeah.
And her, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying. Yeah.
Yeah. I was just going to ask you about your thoughts on it because
I mean, that's. I think that's a good spot for her to retire, right? Because I mean, she did have a breakthrough in the industry, especially with AJ Lee. So,
yeah.
um, if she comes back, would AJ ever come back? That's always on the mind too.
Yeah, it would be.
Even though she said never, but CM Punk's also the guy that says never say never. So it's like you just don't know who to trust, right? CM
Yeah.
Punk said he's never gonna come back to WWE, and look where he's at right now. He's about to have a Mania match, triple threat match. So,
Yeah.
um, it just I might be just delusional, but I think there's a chance.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you know what? I loved AJ Lee though. I have to say that. I don't think Paige was a UFC fighter. I know that her parents are both wrestlers. I know Ronda Rousey was UFC. I know Shayna Baszler was UFC. I'm not sure about Sonya Deville if she was UFC or not, but
She was.
uh, yeah, was she? Yeah, but I don't think Paige was. To my knowledge.
I don't believe
I,
so.
no. But I mean AJ Lee, now that Punk's back, everybody's like, "Oh, if Punk's back, is AJ coming back?" It not necessarily. I think AJ she's doing a lot of comic stuff right now.
I mean, she could be a
Um
manager or something, and she can
she
be
could,
there.
yeah. 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 Um She could be. I think that would be fantastic if she did that. She could be a manager, or, just like a GM, or something, a female commentator, if they'd allow that again. Um, but I don't think she's going to be wrestling again. I'm not sure what her thoughts. I think they've asked her a few times, and she's always said no, thank you. She does a lot of comic book stuff, drawing and scripts and stuff like that. So
Hmm.
I'm not sure what her thoughts are on that, but I know it would be really great if Paige did come back. I would really look forward to that. So, um, yeah, Rhonda, I think that's probably why. Why? Yeah, yeah, that. Yeah, we're definitely in trouble. Um, but Ronda Rousey, yeah, she was a one-man wrecking crew, but the reason that she left is because she was pregnant. Um, and she just recently got married, and she was pregnant. She's got a baby now and stuff like that. And she wanted to focus on family, which is kind of like what Beth Phoenix did when she married Edge. I call him Edge. I don't call him Adam Copeland. But when she married him and they had kids, she retired. That was where she was all the time, right?
Hmm.
So, but yeah, I don't know. Like, as to comebacks, I don't know who's coming back and who's not. We haven't. The one thing I've noticed, we haven't heard from the New Day recently.
Hmm.
Yeah, we haven't heard from them in the past few weeks. I'm kind of hoping that Big E's going to be able to come back, but I'm not sure with the neck injury he had. It's kind of, yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Hmm.
Um, what did Vicky have? Oh, that was, you know what? It was just a storyline that they tried with Vicky and Dolph. She was like his cougar mama, like his sugar mommy for a long time. The Boo Day. Thank you, Noel. We were thinking the same
Yeah, there
thing.
you go.
um, yeah. Um, but yeah, we haven't heard from them the past week. I'm not sure what they've been up to, but every time they come out, nobody wants to hear from them. Nobody wants them wrestling, or anything like that. So, I mean, they can't even talk. It's kind of like how Dom, every time Dom wants to talk.
Yeah.
But yeah. But we're not going to stay on too much longer. I've been moving around my bedroom and stuff like that, so I got to get back to that. And Steve has got some raiding to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Walk around looking like a whole unicorn. I know, right?
Hmm.
You know what though? I actually kind of enjoyed that. I thought it was pretty funny. The only thing I thought was kind of disgusting was when they would pull the pancakes out of their pants and throw them at the crowd. Did kind of grossed me out.
You know damn well them fans ate those things too.
Yep, they did. Hey, this came out of Kofi's pants. Oh no. Anyway.
After the virus deal went down, they're definitely never gonna do that again. But
No, no. But yeah. Yeah, I know it was gross, Izzy. It was disgusting. But the Bootios was funny. Um
hey, I just missed the nice swivel of the hips from Biggie.
oh yeah.
W. I missed that.
That's it. Yep. That was fantastic. It was so good. Yeah.
He's got to be so close to coming back too.
I hope so. That's what I was saying. Like, I really hope he does. Thank God I prefer waffles. Yeah, exactly, right? I'm an Eggo girl myself. Give me a couple Eggo waffles in the morning. No, I love pancakes, unfortunately. Um,
Unfortunately, you don't want pancakes until they throw one at you, and then all of a sudden it's yeah,
schmuck right in the face. Yeah.
yeah,
Um, but anyways, yes, Biggie. I really want him to come back. I miss him, Biggie Langston. Oh, but of course, we've got Obafemi, still champion. I
yeah,
think he's going to come up to the main roster soon. I don't know. Before the year is out, I think he's going to be main roster material.
yeah.
Yeah. Um, so yeah. NXT was a banger last night. Excuse me, getting dry throat up here. About time to end the stream.
Sounds like it.
Yeah, you were hungry. Sorry. Oopsie. Well, don't have pancakes. Have something else, man. I'm gonna have some Chinese fried rice. That's what I'm having for dinner.
Chinese.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, it just, I don't know. It's the COPD, sweetie. It just kind of gives me a tickle every once in a while, and I have to cough.
Yeah, unfortunately.
That's part of it. Yay, lung disease. Woo! Anyway.
My mom's got this thing where like her throat thing can just close at any time, and she
Mm,
sits there and just like horrible, like you think she's like choking to death, coughs
yeah,
for a while, and sometimes it just don't stop. It's horrible.
yeah, yeah. I'm trying, honey. At least I didn't have happen. When I was sick, I had that cold that was going around, and it got real bad. But one of the people I go to church with, she coughed so much that she broke a rib. So, thank God my ribs are strong. Yeah, my boys are here. I've got all four of them here. If anything happens, they know what to do. But anyways, so that's about it. That's all we got. Roman's teeth. I guess we'll have to wait until Friday night to see those pearly whites again.
Oh my
Literally.
lord!
You
I'm
want to pull
gonna
up that
take my
picture?
time.
Pull up that picture just one more time for me,
All
please.
right.
Thank you. If you didn't see the picture, Roman come out with pearly whites,
Oh my
literally
gosh,
eye
there they are.
blinding.
Oh, here
Hey,
we go.
baby.
Hold on.
But yes, thank you. I thank you for worrying about me, Izzy. Uh,
All right, here we
we're just
go.
waiting for here's the look at them pearly whites, baby.
He was saying time right there.
Yeah, I said the
Time.
word. Tell me the word time causes you to. I say time. And my teeth do not look like that. He was
Time.
smiling when he said time.
That is like as white as the white on the screen. Like that is the hex code on his teeth are 00000.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah. I'm sorry. That was the funniest thing I've seen all week. Definitely made my day, Roman. Thank you. Oba Femi and Jacob Fatu. Let's go. Yeah. That's it. Yeah. That would be a good match, dude. Yeah. But yeah, that was that was the highlight of the week, I guess you could say. Pun intended. All right, guys. Anyways, we are going to end this live a little bit early. Yes, next week we'll probably go on a little bit longer, but hopefully you guys had a good time. We are going to be talking about some major stuff next week because we're going to have more matches lined up for
Mania season
WrestleMania.
is upon us. We are almost
Woo!
there.
Yeah, we got 2 nights. It's April 6th, right?
It's actually I think near the end of April.
Okay. It's somewhere around there. Anyway,
We got like a month still.
can be April 16th or something like that, maybe. But anyways, it's a 2-nighter. It'll be on the Friday night or the Saturday night and the Sunday night, which they
The
do every
19th.
year now. The 19th of April. Okay, there we go.
19th and
19th.
20th.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
WrestleMania on 420 in Vegas. Oh boy.
yikes. Glad I'm
Oh
not
man.
going.
Oh
Mm-mm.
man, they chose the wrong week for that.
Yes,
That
they
crowd is gonna
did.
be. I guarantee you, Sunday night that crowd is dead.
Yeah. Yeah, they're going to be like, yeah,
Yeah, it's
woo,
gonna be. Yeah, I bet you.
dude. Where's Matt Riddle when you need him?
Oh no, he'll come back. That's why it's RVD will come out. I bet.
I was gonna say RVD, yeah. All
I'm trying
right,
to say that the
guys.
420 movie did with Rey Mysterio had nothing to do with drugs.
That's
The
it,
way he
right?
just did I send you that video or did you send me that? I think you sent me that.
I think I sent you that. Yeah, yeah.
He's like, we have 4 legs and our shoe size combined is 20. I'm like, no, you know exactly what you're saying.
Yeah,
Come on.
exactly. That's exactly it. Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, that's funny.
Yeah. All right, guys. So thank you so much for joining us. Hopefully next week, like I said, we'll be on a little bit longer. I will be live at 1 o'clock tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 12 p.m. Central Time, and I'll be doing trivia tomorrow. So I'll see you then. Thank you so much for
Yeah.
joining us. Love you so much.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye. And stream.